Welcome to Output. Over the course of 2015, I'm interviewing a selection of minds from the highest echelons of the printing industry, namely the chief executive officers that make some of its most important companies tick. Joining me today is Pellant, chief executive of industry organisation Pycon, which represents suppliers to the print, publishing, paper and converting industries. Having begun her career in retailing, Bettine entered the industry in the field of pre-pressed consumables before running her own equipment business. She then organised participation at trade shows for, amongst others, Man Roland, which led her eventually to an involvement with Pycon. She started off in an events and administration role and was then asked to take on the role of chief executive after Tim Webb's retirement at the end of last year. Bettine. Tricky question first. Who is Bettine Pellant?
That is a tricky question. A mother, a grandmother, an allotment holder, I think, as well. I'm also a stationer. So that's sort of on one side, part of a vibrant industry, and honoured to be CEO of a major trade association within our industry. As a member organisation, we're there to assist our members, and that takes many guises. So I think that's probably one of the motivations that I have, that I wouldn't like at the end of the day to think that something had happened in the day that I hadn't at least helped somebody in some way. Even if I didn't know the answer, I'd at least have pointed them in the right direction. The association has changed. When I was brought in, it was part of the change to move it from having offices down in Surrey to a virtual trade association. We don't have any offices. The benefits of that, of course, is that the resources that normally go to fund an office or a building are now can be put back into the association, and obviously for the members' benefit. When I joined was the beginning, obviously, of the recession. I think we saw an increase in how our members were using the various services that we supply, business services, to do with VAT, to do with HR, these sorts of ones, especially with the SME side of our business. Because obviously Pycon has got a diverse membership, and it's from small companies right through to the large ones. The large ones may not use all the benefits that we have to offer, but the small ones definitely use those. Also the access, I think, to credit rating agencies and help with debt collection, those sorts of things. I think we saw an increase in how those services were used to begin with. Definitely we're changing. A lot of our members are going into, for instance, wide format, and I think because we have always been representative of the industry, and I want that to continue, then I'll be looking at engaging with other manufacturers on possibly industrial print and those areas. The GPMA was founded by Peter Morris, our former chairman, because he could see the need of a one voice. Round the table, we've got representatives who are vendors or who represent vendors, and also as well as end users. So I think that you probably will start to see some things from the GPMA this year. I think there are a number of challenges. Economic instability is one, with the election coming up, conversations about Eurozone, Greece. All of these help to sort of undermine sometimes some of the plans that people might have. I think there is still work to be done on the value of print. And so I think that's probably something that moving forward as well is something that needs, within our own industry, you know, we know how fantastic it is, but there is this lack of self-promotion, I suppose. Things haven't been good, you know, but they are getting better. So I think it is a case for those companies that are here is to hang on in there, because it's a great industry and the opportunities are there.